If we don't get no justice, an uproar inside and outside this Brooklyn, New York courthouse today after it was determined this former New York City police officer who shot and killed an innocent black man in 2014 wouldn't spend a single day behind bars.
A long line of cars, a justice caravan, made the drive from Atlanta to Brunswick, Georgia, demanding justice for Ahmaud Arbery. The 25-year-old was shot to death after being chased and confronted by two men, all of it captured on video.
This just in, a Portsmouth protest just days before former police officer Stephen Rankin's court case is set to begin. Rankin shot and killed 18-year-old William Chapman a year ago in front of the Walmart on Frederick Boulevard. Now, Chapman's loved ones say they want justice.
That major outrage this morning after a behavioral therapist was shot by an officer after he held his hands in the air, lying on the ground, his patient with autism sitting right nearby.
Listen as Kinsey talks to police. At some point, one of the officers shoots Kinsey, but he survives and speaks with Fox station WSVN from his hospital bed, recounting what he told that officer.
And I'm telling him again, sir, it's no need for a firearm. I'm unarmed. He's an artistic guy. He had a toy truck in his hand. When he hit me, I'm like, I still got my hands in the air. I said, no, I just got shot. And I'm standing there, I'm like, sir, why did you shoot me? And his words to me, he said, I don't know.
Protesters marched through downtown streets again tonight, demanding charges against the police officer who shot Dontre Hamilton.
New York City grand jury cleared a white police officer in the chokehold death of an unarmed black man.
Protests may soon add Akai Gurley's name to the list. As Gurley's family prepared for his funeral today, the Brooklyn District Attorney announced a grand jury will review why a rookie officer shot and killed the unarmed 28-year-old in a dark stairwell 2 weeks ago.
This is Joe Fryer in Los Angeles, where tonight protesters have taken to the streets, angry over the death of Ezell Ford, a 25-year-old black man shot and killed by LA police in August.
This is now the 5th day in a row that hundreds of people have taken to the streets of Baltimore to express their anger over the death of 25-year-old Freddie Gray and to demand answers as to just how he was so seriously hurt while in police custody.
Tonight, police in Minneapolis are bracing for protests after 2 officers were cleared in the fatal shooting of 24-year-old Jamar Clark. Critics said that Clark was handcuffed when he was shot last November.
For why he decided not to charge the 2 responding officers.
They told him to take his hands out of his pocket. He refused.
Protests erupted overnight after prosecutors said they would not charge the officer who fatally shot Keith Lamont Scott in September.
I'm entirely convinced that Officer Vincent's use of deadly force was lawful.
Had disputed, his wife saying as much on the tape from the shooting.
He doesn't have a gun.
Green asking why a father waiting to pick up his kid ended up dead.
There is growing outrage tonight after an unarmed African-American teenager was shot and killed by police in the St. Louis suburb of Ferguson, Missouri.
Protesters of different ages and races demanding answers in the shooting death of 18-year-old Michael Brown at the hands of a policeman.
Grant's life is just as valuable as any law enforcement officer, and if those in politics are sincere about the unjust loss of life, they would have responded immediately to the family of Oscar Grant and joined us in demanding justice and prosecution against Johannes Messerly.
After 5 days of deliberation, the jury found Officer Geronimo Yanez not guilty in the death of Philando Castile. The 32-year-old teacher was shot and killed during a routine traffic stop.
The system continues to fail black people, and they will continue to fail you all. Like I said, because this happened with Philando, when they get done with us, they coming from you, for you, and all your interracial children. Y'all are next.
With a breaking news alert.
Right now, the Sandra Bland death sparking a new wave of outrage.
This after a grand jury's decision not to indict anyone in connection with her death behind bars.
A grand jury in Cleveland has decided not to charge 2 white police officers in the shooting death of 12-year-old Tamir Rice. Rice was shot and killed in November 2014, playing with a pellet gun.
On May 25, 2020, George Floyd, a 46-year-old black man, died after a white police officer
holding his knee on Floyd's neck, pinned him to the pavement while he was in handcuffs.